Well, here we are. My name is Sam, and this is Sam's Enchanted Evening, where you will meet a stranger. You will meet a stranger across a crowded room. And that's me, Sam the stranger. You know, an old friend who died a long time ago was the first one to call me that. Sam the stranger, he always calls me. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my life story and sing some of the songs of my life. The songs that kind of define me in an odd way. Okay, all right, I guess I should get started. These first songs were my mama and daddy's favorite songs. And then there's a couple of funny love songs. Oh, it's a long, long walk from May to December, but the days grow short when you reach September, when the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got time or the waiting game. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron and the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Vida, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. but the days grow short when you reach September, when the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got time for the waiting game. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton, and my brother was baling hay. And at dinner time we stopped and walked back to the house to eat. Mama hollered out the back door, "Y'all remember to wipe your feet." And then she said, "I got some news this morning from Choctaw Red. Today, Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge." And Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, "Well, Billy Joe, he never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please." And wasn't I talking to him after church last Sunday night? I'll have another piece of apple pie. You know, it just don't seem right. I saw him at the sawmill yesterday on Choctaw Ridge. And now you tell me Billy Joe has jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And Mama said to me, "Child, what's happened to your appetite? I've been cooking all morning and you hadn't touched a single bite. Oh, that nice young preacher, Brother Taylor, dropped by today. Said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, he said he saw someone that looked like you up on Choctaw Ridge. And him and Billy Joe they was throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge." Years come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. And brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going round, Papa caught it, and he died last spring. And now Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spend a lot of time up on Choctaw Ridge and staring at the muddy water underneath the Tallahatchie Bridge. So, I guess you can tell that I'm from the South. You know, the South back in the 50s and 60s, it was a pretty different place than it is now. My grandma had this maid named Pearlie. An old fat Pearlie with that red bandana around her head. She looked almost exactly like Mammy in Gone with the Wind. And she was so sweet to me. Almost like she was my mammy. I was just a kid back then, and I didn't think about stuff so much. It wasn't until years later that I realized that for people like Pearlie, the South in the 1960s really wasn't so different from the South in the 1860s. But it's a different place now. Burning thing, it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet. Hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Yep. I got the fever. And then I got married. Her name was Jenny Sue, but everybody in her family called her Suette. So I called her Suette too. Waking up next to Suette was like living in the springtime all year round. She was pure and sweet, and fresh as a flower on a baby's belly, but unfortunately, that didn't stop me from dunking my dipstick in a couple of oil wells not long after we got married. And sweet little Suette did not take to my wandering ways, so soon I was singing this song to her. Stand beside me all the while, no matter what goes wrong. Separately we're weak, together we'll be strong. For true love never runs smooth, that's what they say. But true love is worth all the pain, heartaches and tears we have to face. When the world outside my arms is pulling us apart, press your lips to mine and hold me with your heart. For true love never runs smooth, that's what they say. But true love is worth all the pain, heartaches and tears face. For true love never runs smooth, that's what they say. But true love is worth all the pain, heartaches and tears we have to face. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, so you've heard a few of my songs, and you know, they just don't write songs like that anymore. I know, I just probably sound like a crazy old fool, but shit, music has fucking gone to hell. You know, there is only one song written in the last 20 years that I can even remember. I'll sing it for you now. She's into superstitions, black cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition that girl's gonna make me fall. She's into new sensations, new kicks in the candlelight. She's got a new addiction forever, day and night. She'll make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. She'll make you live a crazy life and take away your pain. or she'll push and pull you down. Living a Vida Loca. Her lips are devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She will wear you out. Living a Vida Loca. Come on. Living a Vida Loca. Come on. She's living the Vida Loca. Woke up in New York City in a funky cheap hotel. She took my heart and took my money. She must have slipped me a sleeping pill. She never drinks the water, makes you wanna drink champagne. But once you've had a taste of her, you'll never be the same. She'll make you go insane. So upside, inside out. She'll push and pull you down. Her lips are devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She will wear you out. Living a Vida Loca. Come on. Living a Vida Loca. She's living the Vida Loca. She'll make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. She'll make you live her crazy life and take away your pain like a bullet to your brain. Come on, so upside, inside out, she's living the Vida Loca. She'll break and pull you down, living the Vida Loca. Her lips, they're devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She will wear you out, living a Vida Loca. Come on, so upside, inside out, she's living a Vida Loca. She'll push and pull you down, living a Vida Loca. Her lips are devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She's gonna wear you out, living a Vida Loca. Come on, living the Vida Loca. Come on, she's living the Vida Loca. Okay, now these next few songs are from when I was young. When I strutted around like the top cock in a barnyard full of dumb and devoted chicks. You see, my daddy had a creosote plant. Hey, maybe that doesn't sound like much, but every telephone pole for hundreds of miles around was treated in my daddy's plant. We were rich as hell. And let me tell you, there ain't nothing like being young and good looking and rich. I had my pick of chicks, and let me tell you, I picked plenty. I had my own personal theme song, and it came screaming out of my car stereo every morning when I pulled into my high school parking lot. I walked 47 miles of barbed wire. I use a cobra snake for a necktie. I got a brand new house on the roadside, made a rattlesnake hide. I got a brand new chimney, made on top, made out of a human skull. Now come on, take a little walk with me, Arlene, and tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love, baby? Who do I've got a tombstone head and a graveyard mind. I'm just 22 and I don't mind dying. Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Wagon flew, hit a bump, and somebody screamed, you should have heard just what I seen. Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Love, love. Who do you love? Who do you love? Who do you love? Hell, they love me. But you can't always get the chicks with the tough stuff, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go soft. And they fell for that shit like butter sliding off a piece of hot meat. Now here is a couple of the best pussy songs of all. River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to Huckleberry friend, and if you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we walk on by, walk on by, make believe that you don't see the tears, just let me grieve in private, 'cause each time I see you, I break down and cry. Walk on by, walk on by, walk on by. I just can't get over losing you, and so if I sing broken and blue, walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride is all that I have left, so let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you said goodbye. Walk on by. Walk on by. Walk on by. Walk on by, 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 by. Walk on by, walk on by, walk on by. Bye bye. Okay. Besides being young and rich and good looking, when it came to getting laid, there was one other thing that really made them wet their pants. My car. My car. I had a 1965 Hearst Tiger Gold Pontiac GTO with a 389 cubic inch engine, Hearst wheel, soft ray tinted glass, and gold-plated 1957 Chevy hubcaps. That baby had matching gold rolled and pleated interior, rack and pinion steering, and a chrome oil pan. It had a cowl hood, rear spoilers, dual exhaust and Flowmasters, 2 4-barrel carbs, and disc brakes. I'm telling you, that sweet sucker could grab rubber in all 4 gears. It was very sharp. And let me tell you, as soon as I got a piece of trim in that car, she was mine. No shit. Head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes my way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it out. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of my guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind. I end up feeling that I'm younger. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. Fire all of my guns at once and explode into space like a true nature's child. I was born to be wild. I can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild, born to be wild, born to be wild, yeah, born to be wild, yeah. Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes my way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of my guns at once and explode into space like a true nature's child. I was born to be wild. I can climb so high, I never want to die. Born to be wild, born to be wild, born to be wild, born to be wild, yeah, 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 born to be wild and crazy. And that was it. Riding around in my Pontiac, partying, getting laid, partying some more, till I flunked out of college. Well, you see, back in 1968, the Vietnam War was going on. And flunking out of college was just something you did not want to do. Because what happened then was they drafted you. And since my old man was an ex-Army major from the big one, there wasn't any talk about not going. It was my duty to do for my country. So, I was drafted, and they sent me. Viet-fucking-Nam. But after a while, it began to look like this Vietnam stuff wasn't so bad. I had this one buddy named Mack that I hung out with all the time. We got pretty close. He had this funny habit of sharpening his knife all the time and cracking these really bad jokes. But he was cool. just a jackknife, as Mack did, and it keeps it out of sight. When the shark bites with his teeth, dear, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though. Oh, where's Mack dear? So there's not a trace of red on the sidewalk on Sunday morning. Lies a body oozing life. Someone sneaking around the corner. Could that someone be Mack the Knife? From a tugboat down by the river, a cement bag is dropping down. Back in town. Dear, after drawing out his cash, and Mack spins like a sailor. Oh, get out, boy, do something rash. Suki Doggery, Jenny. Of course, the real reason everybody called him Mack the Knife was the fact that he had this Geenormous Whanger. Hell, that fucking thing looked like a baby's arm holding a hamburger. No shit, it was something. Well, one day, me and Mack were out on patrol. We'd done this kind of stuff a lot before. Usually we just went out and found a quiet spot and smoked some dope and waited a couple hours and went back. But this time it was different. The sky was full of these heavy black clouds, swelling, like they were about to explode and drown us in giant drops of sticky, slimy, steamy rain. Then, as soon as we got a couple of 100 yards from base camp, we started hearing this gunfire off towards Duck Fort. So we started running the other way. Then there was this explosion like 50 yards out in front of us, and then another one, and another one. They were getting closer. We waded out into a goddamn rice paddy. There was so much smoke you couldn't see. My eyes were burning, and the rain started pouring, sheets, buckets, gallons, and more explosions. One guy, Bobby Hernandez, was right next to me. And all of a sudden, he just went kaboom. Like 1 minute he was there, and the next I was looking at his fingers and hair falling on my arm. Another explosion went off just over my head, and the whole fucking sky lit up. The same color as Bobby Hernandez's blood. A concussion from the mortar shell hit me, and I started screaming. Mack grabbed me. He pulled my arm, jerked it so hard I thought he was gonna come loose. I followed him, splashing through the rice paddy, and in a few minutes we got away. We could still see it happening back behind us. But we were okay. We felt safe. Then we found a kind of lean-to-like shelter and sat down. We were both tired and freaked out bad. We just sat there for a minute, and I looked around, and Mack was staring at me in a funny way. All of a sudden, we just leaned together and kissed. I can't explain it. It just happened. Then, out of nowhere, wham! Something hit me in the back of the head like a boulder pounding on a puppy, and everything went black. It seemed like a long time before I woke up, but let me tell you, it wasn't long enough. My arms were tied behind my back with a piece of wire so tight, my elbows were almost touching, and somebody was kicking me in the side. As soon as they realized we were awake, they made us start marching. I don't know how far it was, 40, 50 miles. We marched all night and all the next day till we finally got to the POW camp, which was a bunch of fucking bamboo huts with holes in the floor where you pissed and crapped. You know what I thought about? You know what I thought about when I saw that hole in the floor? My Pontiac. All I could think about was my Tiger Gold GTA with the soft ray tinted glass and gold-plated Chevy hubcaps. I cried like a baby. Yeah, I've been in trouble before, but my daddy always got me out. I had never been any place that my daddy couldn't get me out of. I wasn't never gonna see my Pontiac again. And if that wasn't bad enough, then they started torturing us. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No blood up on it, only inky, oily black. What happened to the girls dressed in their summer clothes, awaiting to touch me with their fingertips and toes? I see a line of cars and they're all painted black. They're filled with flowers and the emptiness of black. I see the strangers turn and quickly walk away. They are avoiding me like rats avoid the day. Hiding in a hole consumed with loneliness and black. Oh, I look inside myself and see my soul is black. My mother's memory is dying in my mind. It's turning black and getting blacker all the time. No more can I perceive my personality. Oh, I could not foresee this thing happening to me. And then I see a face, painted black, black as night. And then I see the sun, blotted out from the sky. And then I see the paint of the paint of black. I'm telling you, it was fucking brutal. They would take somebody out and we'd hear them screaming and begging to stop, and then they'd bring them back, all beat up and bent over like a whipped dog. And they'd just kind of plop down in one corner of the hut and make these pitiful little whimpering sounds. I don't know how many times they took old Mack and everybody else out, except they never tortured me. They took me out, but then they didn't do anything. Nothing. I don't know why. I couldn't explain it, but those fucking gooks tortured everybody but me. It wasn't my fault. But everybody started getting pissed at me. And they kept asking, how come they don't do it to you? How come they don't do it to you? And they looked at me with hate in their eyes, and after a while, I began to wish that they would torture me. But then I realized that was crazy. Nobody wants to be tortured. But then, they took Mack and brought him back with a bunch of skin peeled off his arm. And when I tried to hold him, he just said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then he turned away from me. I begged those fucking gooks to torture me. And they just laughed. Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning wheel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel, it's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose ends are sweeping past the minutes on its face, and the world is like an apple spinning silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, like a tunnel that you follow to a tunnel of its own, down a hollow to a cavern where the sun has never shone, like a door that keeps revolving in a half-forgotten dream, like the ripples from a pebble someone tosses in a stream, like a clock whose ends are sweeping past the minutes on its face, and the world is like an apple spinning silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, keys that jingle in your pocket, words that jangle in your head. Why did summer go so quickly? Was it something that I said? Lovers walk along the shore, leaving footprints in the sand. Was the sound of distant drumming just the fingers of your hand? Pictures hanging in a hallway, or the fragment of a song? Half-remembered names and faces that appear but don't belong. When you knew that it was over, were you suddenly aware that the autumn leaves were turning to the color of his hair? Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel miracles that you find in the windmills of your mind. And after a while, he was moaning so much and he was in so much pain. I had to do something. I had to. So I said, Mack, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mack, please. Mack, I'm sorry. And he turned back to me with this funny look. So I just bent over him and went down towards that giant Whanger. But he pushed me away. And then he whispered something. He said, "Is that what you did for them? Is that what you did for them?" I said, No. You have to understand, it was for Mack. I did it for him. I ain't no homo. The next morning, Mack was dead. Somehow he actually managed to hide his knife from the Viet Cong. He used it to cut his own throat. I kept thinking it must have been my fault, and somehow I came to believe it. I mean, it must have been my fault. What other explanation was there? But then, all of a sudden, with no warning, they forced me and a few more guys out of the hut and put us on a bus, and after driving for a few hours, they just stopped and put us off. And they drove away. It was the outskirts of Saigon. I'd been a POW for 2 weeks, and there wasn't a scratch on me. There was only one thing I could think of as I watched that bus drive away. Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.